What is up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care, and right now take a look at the new album from Godsmack, this one entitled When Legends Rise. So it's been 4 years since we got the last Godsmack record, which was 1,000 horsepower back in 2014. And I'm not going to give you my opinion on that record just because I made a video devoted to Godsmack's discography, which is my Ranked in Peace episode of Godsmack. For those of you who want to see it, it'll be linked above my head. And I'm also not going to cover the singles here in this review too, just because, well, number one, I've already covered them on the channel, and two, I still have the same opinions that I did whenever I listened to both of these songs. So if you want to, I'll also link those videos above my head as well. Going into this record, from what I hear, Godsmack kind of call this album more of a reinvention. They're kind of taking a backseat from the heavy metal sound that they had been very well known for and going for more of a hard rock sound on this record. This is also the band's first record where they're not on Universal and or Republic Records. Instead, they are now on BMG Rights Management, which also just signed Alice in Chains, for those of you who missed it. But Sully Erna described the record in an interview saying, "It was just about evolving as a songwriter. I wanted to stretch my wings even further to use all the experience I've had writing different types of music over the years and apply that to finding a new way to introduce a newer, fresher, more mature sound while still maintaining the power of Godsmack." And from what I have seen, the singles have really divided the fans just because of the sound of the two singles. So where do I stand here on this record? Now keep in mind, I'm a very open-minded person whenever it comes to music, so I enjoy it whenever a band decides to experiment or do something different for an album or two, if it works. Now, if you were expecting something on this record to be like Straight Outta Line or whatever, you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're going to be very disappointed in this album. Even in the album's more heavier and aggressive moments, it just doesn't have that edge that the other albums had before this one. Now, if you've enjoyed the singles so far, then that's great, more power to you. That's pretty much the sound that you're getting throughout the majority of this record. The record was produced by Eric Ron. The first song that they had done the production for on this record was Bulletproof, and the band was happy with how that one sounded, so they decided to do another song, which was Take It to the Edge, which I'll talk about here in a minute. And the band was happy with how it sounded that they ended up deciding that Eric Ron should be one of the producers here on this record, the other one being Sully Erna, the lead singer of this band. Now, I do think there are some tracks that you're going to find some enjoyment out of. Some tracks that I would recommend off of this record are tracks like Take It to the Edge and Say My Name, two of the heaviest songs you're going to find here on this record. And while they kind of do maintain that hard rock edge that the rest of this album is going for, it kind of has more of an aggressive sound that is very familiar from the other records. Another track that I would recommend is Unforgettable. I love the guitar leads here on this song, and the children's choir near the end of the song just makes this song a bit more intriguing. Another one that I love off this one is Just One Time, and this one was a pretty fun one. I really love the guitar lines here on the song, and the verses, they kind of have more of a twang to them. I don't want to call them country at all, but they kind of have more twang. And I also love Sully's vocal effect on this song. And also, Eye of the Storm, the final track here on this album, is a really nice way to close this album off on. I also love the effect of the thunder near the end of the song. Now, are there some tracks that I'm not going back to as much on this record? Yep. Every Part of Me and Let It Go honestly just feel like filler material in my opinion. They don't really do much to add to this record. Under Your Scars sounds like an outtake from Sully's last studio album he did in 2016, Hometown Life. And Someday was very intriguing with its length at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. It's the longest here on this record, but I like the intro riff. Would have wished I would have liked everything else about the song because it really doesn't build up to anything afterward on that intro. And I'm also going to go ahead and say this, but the lyrics here on this record aren't anything to really run to the hills about. They still have that same Godsmack lyrical cliche, and they kind of feel like WWE fight songs. Which is funny because the title track is the theme song for the Greatest Royal Rumble. Interesting. So overall, I do like that Godsmack are experimenting with more of a hard rock sound here on this record, but a third of this record I really don't see myself coming back to, and the lyrics here on this record aren't anything very special. My overall rating here on this record, I don't think I can rate it anything higher than a 6 out of 10. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on When Legends Rise. Definitely comment in the comment section down below of what you thought of the record. Definitely leave a subscribe if you would like to see more album reviews, ranked in peace, album rankings, and track reaction reviews. Also, give this video a thumbs up. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.